Oh, sorry. Sakat udah ya, benzo.
Er is één foto. Sorry. Nee, geeft niet. Maar probeer het nog één keer. Dus maar het is hier ook een moeilijke foto te maken. Het is heel dom. Nee, want hij zit het scherpste in te zoeken.
Dat best uit. Dan doen we. Hiya. ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟಿರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಯಲಿ ಗ್ರೇಟ್.
Yeah, it's better like this.
ಕಲರ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಂತೆ ಮೊದಲು ಫೋಟೋ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್. ಈ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ರಾಡ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಈ ರಾಡ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು.
Det står att de har byggt ut den här kärnan är densamma, så antagligen det där nere, du ser ju vart de håller på där. Ja, så antagligen är det burkar.
Ja, det gamla. Den där sprickan som...
Det skulle jag bli när jag var liten.
Man kan gå där.
Arkeolog.
Var det bara jag som ville bli ambulanssjuksköterska?
Ja, jag vill det. Ja.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮನೆಗಳ ಥರ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್.
Jag vill bli dagisfröken när jag var liten.
Okay, bye-bye. To go. Actually, that was the back side, what I spoke about. This is the front. Oh my God. Unbelievable size. Wow, wow. Okay, bye-bye Vasa ship.
In the afternoon, between 4 and 5 o'clock, the great new ship Vasa capsized and sank in the channel close to Danviken. Nothing was left above water other than the cross trees on the main mast.
There were many in the city who witnessed the disaster. Later, wherever people met, on the streets, in the squares and in the taverns, the talk was of shock and fright. But words of scorn and mockery were also heard. Whose fault was it? Was there a curse on the ship? Or was it a punishment by God? Was she badly constructed? Was the disaster due to negligence? Perhaps the crew was drunk. At the royal palace, the king's councillors were shaken. 2 days after the disaster, they wrote a letter to the king, who was in Poland with his army.
Great and powerful king, omnipotent sire. When the ship reached the bay of Tegelviken, more weather came in the sails, and the ship went over to larboard, but came up again till it was off the island of Beckholmen, where it did completely fall on its side with water flowing in through the gun ports, until it did slowly sink with sails up and flags flying.
On September 5th, almost a month after the capsizing, Admiral Carl Carlsson Gyllenhielm held a major inquiry at the Royal Palace. This was an important day, for the causes of the disaster were going to be clarified. Even more importantly, a culprit was going to be found. The fact that the shipbuilder, Master Henrik Hubertsson, was dead complicated matters. But 7 other men were summoned, and you will meet 3 of them here. We don't know what they looked like, but the minutes of the inquiry have been preserved, and they tell us what the participants said. Arend de Groot managed the affairs of the shipyard where the Vasa had been built. Perhaps he looked like this. The chief boatswain was Göran Mattsson. An experienced seaman, he dared say more than most. And young Lieutenant Petter Gjerdsson. What would this inquiry mean for his career in the Navy?
Lieutenant Petter Gjerdsson, you were responsible for the rigging, and you were on board when the ship set sail. Why didn't you say anything about the ship being so weak?
How was I to know? I was only in charge of sails and rigging. We had only set 2 topsails, foresail and mizzen. But I did notice that the ship heeled, even when the wind was so light that the sheets did not run through the blocks, although they were well tallowed.
Well then, Lieutenant Petter, what do you think made the ship capsize? Were the cannons properly secured?
My lord, the Vice Admiral ran below deck when the ship started to heel over. I was afraid that would be the last time I would see him. But he did come up on deck again and cried out that the cannons were secure.
Petter Gerhardsson's testimony was true. When the ship was salvaged, the gun carriages were all lined up along the sides of the ship. The Vasa had 10 sails. We just heard she only had 4 set. The remaining 6 were found on board in the sail locker 3 centuries later.
Call the chief boatswain Göran Mattsson.
Hop on, hop off. Free Wi-Fi. Is this extra compass?
Yeah, but they're not. They don't really roll like this.
Hop on, hop off on boat tour. This we pass.
Con cái một ăn tiếp đi.
Yeah. He was like, Kyrie Evans? I was like, Irvin. Yeah, exactly. You know where we from? It's like you can make 150 a day by juicing up these fish for us. That's pretty good. 150 bucks a day. Not bad. Yeah, Mom wants to take her to the picture where I love Amsterdam. So that's it. It's not there anymore.
They want to try to turn tourists. They're way too tourists. They want to add tourism. At night, they basically look at they're trying to get it out of there.
Live, we went to Story, went to Wall. I've been to all the nightclubs. Now I'm good. I don't want to go back. And then we went to Vegas and we went to freaking Hakkasan, Amia, and freaking Dre's nightclub.
Free Wi-Fi idea पहले. This is the no password required. This is the Altrona. The Hall of State. This is the Hall of State. Big hall.
Democracy, because of the fact that not everyone is having them, so no one is going to get. But it's really super democracy because you know who pays for the production of them? I do. My tax money pays for the production. Come with me, please. And here that's that is clear like aiming in the church. But still popular in that. Yes, come with me, please. Be careful, please.
Hall of Order of Vasa. Kan du komma lite?